Alright gamers, the monotone, unenergetic YouTube noob Merciless Vaughn is back with another Bleach Brave Souls video. And in this one, we're going to be talking about should you summon on or should you skip the poll selection banner. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 200 subscribers. And without wasting any more time, let's just go ahead and get started. And so, in my opinion, the poll selection banner, it's a great banner. It is a really good banner. I say if you don't have like any of the units on here, by all means go ahead and summon. If these are your favorite units that are in this banner, by all means go ahead and summon. Or if you're a wallet warrior and you want all of these units 5/5, by all means go ahead and summon. But I suggest you should probably wait until I believe Wednesday. I believe Wednesday is the 28th. That's when the end of month character should get announced. Wait until we see what we get. More than likely it's going to be 1000-Year Blood War. So yeah, just wait until those characters come out, see what they can do, and then you can decide if you want to summon on this banner or not. And this banner will be here for a long while. It'll be here until the 6th of January. So really, if you want, you have plenty of time to wait. You know, if you haven't done Psychomon yet, like I haven't, you can go ahead and do that. And you can get orders for next month's Psychomon as well, because that opens up on the 5th, a day before this banner goes away. So you can get the orders from that and do a couple summons on here. So yeah, in my opinion, just wait. I am going to summon on this banner because I don't have half of the units in here. Probably go ahead and summon on the banner. It is a great banner. But just wait a little bit until we see what end of month is. Alright, so just to go over the characters in the banner real quick, there are 12 of them, so if I'm moving a little bit too fast, that's because I don't want this video to be extremely long, and I've done showcases for most of these units. But anyways, why not start off with the pro tag of the series, 7th Anniversary Ichigo. So as you can see, the 7th Anniversary Ichigo is a Mind unit with the Soul Reaper and a Ranker Killer. Mine is Max Transcendent. Now I do have showcases of this character, 1 out of 5, and also Max Transcendent as well. If you want to check those out, they'll be in the cards. In that video I go over his strong attacks and what T20 abilities you can go over as well. But real quick, we're just going to go over his skills and soul trait. Soul trait, strong attack, recharge time minus 14%. A ranged unit with paralysis and weakening on all of his abilities. He has Immobilizer and Innovator every 5 seconds, Sprinter +1, Havoc 20%. He has a Bruiser of 20%, Berserker 40%. He has Share Complete Status Immunity, so if you are inflicted with a status element, he is immune to it, and everybody else in his party is immune to it as well. Frenzy +1, Bombardment +1, Defibrillator 5 seconds, Sharpshooter, hit hidden enemies, and the status element Spiritual Pressure Boost. So next we have a contender for the best unit in the game, 7th Anniversary Uryu. 7th Anniversary Uryu is a speed human / Quincy affiliation. He has the Ranker and no affiliation units. Mine is 1 out of 5. I do have a showcase of this character. In that showcase I do talk about his strong attacks a little bit more and what T20 abilities you can use for this unit. But real quick, going over his skills, strong attack recharge time minus 12%. Melee unit with drain and weakening on all of his attacks, and his soul bomb is a debuff ability. He does have the gauge mechanic, which gives you 100% berserker and decreases damage taken 50% when you activate it. Now this gauge effect did get buffed a little while ago. So every time he attacks or uses strong attacks, it will fill up the gauge. They buffed it to where you get increased gauge energy when you use strong attacks. So that makes him a little bit better. And as well as when you activate the gauge, you also get, I believe, a 30% cooldown reduction on your strong attacks as well. Yes, I believe it's 30%. If I'm wrong, I'll put the actual percentage somewhere on the screen. Innate skill, Sprinter +2, long stride. He will be moving across the map extremely fast. Team / party stamina recovery 20%. Gauge effect, strong attack recharge 30%. He has a, oh okay, yeah, I was right, it is 30%. Actually before this wasn't here, so they must have added this recently. It's been a while since I've used this unit. He has a Bruiser of 20%, Berserker of 20%, Devastation 40%. He has Havoc 20%, Frenzy plus 2, Defibrillator plus 5 seconds, increased status element chance against power attribute enemies. Team/party increased speed attribute character strong attack damage 20%, guard break plus hit hidden enemies. And so yeah, as I said before, this unit is a top contender for the best unit in the game if it wasn't for that 1000-year Blood War Yamamoto. If it wasn't for him, he would be the best unit in the game. Yeah, and with the buff they gauge to the gauge effect, he's just even better than before. Really, the 1000-year Blood War Yamamoto has him beat because he has damage to burning and weakened enemies 40%. He has weakened defense as well, so when you T20 him, you can get double weakened defense, and that's just an insane amount of damage. He also has a status element spiritual pressure boost plus 80%. But if you have that Yamamoto, you know he easily clears through guild quests like a hot knife through butter. On to the next unit, we have Cacao Society Grimjoe. This Grimjoe is an ranker with the Espada affiliation. He is a technique unit with the ranker killer. Mine is 1 out of 5. He has the soul trait, strong attack, recharge time minus 12%. I don't have a showcase of this character because I pulled these units before I started doing videos on Bleach and Brave Souls. But anyway, yeah, we're going to take a look at his skills. He has a melee unit with weakening on all of his abilities. He has a charged SA3. His NA skills are weaken, resistance 100%, guard break, damage to weakened enemies 20%. He has a 20% bruiser, devastation 40%. He has a link slot potion and super link slot potion unit, so he is great in IT. He has havoc 20%, frenzy plus 2, defibrillator plus 5 seconds. Team/party increased technique attribute of ranker damage to status element affected enemies 20%. And he has Sprinter plus 1. So yeah, this Grimjoe, I mean, he's pretty okay. He is a super link slot potion unit, and you really can't go wrong with that. He does have the 3000 lit beam as his SA1 as well. So yeah, that right there is the best strong attack in the game. And he has a charged SA3 as well, which is really good. And him having Frenzy plus 2, he's hitting the units for a lot as well. The next Cacao Society unit we have is Okira. This Okira is a mind unit with the ranker and Espada affiliation. He has the Espada killer. He has a soul trait of normal attack damage plus 20%. He is a ranged unit with drain on all of his abilities and a debuff on his soul bomb. Weaken resistance 100%. Sprinter plus 1, damage to drain enemies 20%. 40% bruiser, 30% berserker, flurry plus 1, defibrillator plus 2 seconds, increased range damage 10% except in guild quest, increased range damage in guild quest 30%, he has poise, guard break, increased killer effect 30%, increased killer effect in guild quest 50%, and a status element attack booster. Now, this is the first character with the status element attack boost 80%. He's really great unit. I mean, he's just insanely strong. You can even use him out of guild quests, and he's just does so much damage. Next up on the list, we have the premium unit Visor Lisa. As you can see, this Lisa is a Soul Reaper and Hollow affiliation. She has a Quincy killer, which is a pretty killer. I mean, Quincy IT only ever been out once while this unit has been in the game. Now mine is 2 out of 5. I did showcase this character 1 out of 5. I pulled another copy of her after that showcase. If you want to check out that showcase, it will be in the cards as well. Her soul trait is strong attack, recharge time minus 12%. She is a melee unit. She has lacerate on her melee, and she has paralysis and lacerate on the rest of her strong attacks. She has damage to lacerate enemies 40%, Sprinter plus 1, guard break. She has a 20% bruiser, 40% berserker, devastation is at 40%, havoc 20%, frenzy plus 1, defibrillator plus 5 seconds, increased status element chance against heart attribute enemies, team/party increased mind attribute character strong attack, damage 20%. And last but not least, the status element spiritual pressure boost. Now, in my opinion, this Lisa is better than the 7th anniversary Ichigo. I mean, that's just personal preference. You might like the Ichigo more. But me, I use this Lisa more often than that Ichigo, even though my 7th anniversary Ichigo is max transcendent. Mostly because of this skill right here, the increased status element chance against hard attribute enemies. With this skill, she pretty much has this skill up at all times. When I use her, every time this status element spiritual pressure boost goes away, I use a strong attack or even like a nat hit, and I just get it back almost instantly with this skill. So yeah, in my opinion, this Lisa is better than the Ichigo, but that Ichigo is good as well, don't get me wrong, he's still a great unit. I just prefer this Lisa over that Ichigo. Next we have the seasonal Orihime unit. This Orihime has the human affiliation with the Ranker Killer. I do have this unit, but I never showcased her because she's pretty old, and I didn't want to showcase a pretty old unit. I mean, she's not anything too great. I mean, she is a healer. She has team/party stamina recovery 20%. She does read ranker dodges, and she also has sprinter +1. She is a melee unit with burn on all of her abilities except her SA2 because it is a heal and also gives you a shield. She has a bruiser of 20%, berserker 40%, devastation 40%. She is a link slot potion unit, so you can never go wrong with a link slot potion using it. Havoc 20%, frenzy +1, defibrillator +2 seconds, multi-barrier +2, and the medic. And so yeah, this is a unit that's really good in epic raids because of her SA2. And when it's a ranker, she'll do pretty decent damage as well. So yeah, I mean, she's not anything too special. She's a great support unit in epic raids, and she's a link slot potion unit. You can never go wrong with those. Now the next half of the units on the list are units that I don't have, so do keep that in mind. And the first one we're going to start with is the White Day Aizen. This Aizen is a power Soul Reaper unit with the Espada Killer, so he is great for melee Espada week. His normal attack damage 30% is his soul trait. Like I said, he is a melee unit and he has a chance to one-shot that enemies with his soul bomb. That little ghost symbol right there is a potential one-shot ability. Weaken resistance 100%, guard break, dodge ranker damage. He is a bruiser of 90%, berserker 50%, team/party increased power attribute, soul reaper normal attack damage 20%, flurry +1, increased melee damage except in some guild quests 10%, increased melee damage in guild quests 30%, sprinter +1, poise increased killer effect 30%, and increased killer effect in guild quest 50%. So yeah, nothing major, just another guild quest unit. Me personally, I don't have him, so if I do pull him, I wouldn't be too upset about it because I do need units for guild quest, especially for melee Espada week and range Espada week. Next unit, up next we have the White Day Toshiro. This Toshiro is a Mind Soul Reaper / Captain unit with the Hollow Killer. He has a soul trait of strong attack recharge time -12%. He is a ranged unit with frost on all of his abilities. He also has the debuff on his soul bomb. 3 hollow dodges, sprinter +1, team/party stamina recovery 20%. He has a 20% bruiser, 20% berserker, devastation 40%. He is a heart link slot unit and a droplet unit, so this is the go-to unit in epic raids. Frenzy +1, defibrillator +5 seconds, weaken defense, and guard break. And so yeah, since he has weaken defense as one of his skills, you can give him weaken defense as a T20 skill just to do extra damage with that soul bomb. And since he does have the debuff mechanic on his soul bomb, that's just even more insane damage that he will have. With the increased link slot potion and increased drop skills, he is a go-to unit to use for the mind attributes. If you don't have the new premium Okira that just came out, which is also a mine unit. Next is the Lunar New Year's Rukia. This Rukia is a Mind Soul Reaper unit with the Ranker Killer. She has a soul trait of normal attack damage 20%. She is a ranged unit with no status elements on her abilities, but her boost is an SA2. She has freeze resistance 100%, sprinter +1, guard break. She has a 80% bruiser, 50% berserker. She has follow-up, frenzy +1, element reversal, increased range damage 10%, increased range damage in guild quest 30%, enhancer, poise, and booster. So this Rukia will have a pretty good longevity just because of this booster skill. Last but not least, we have these swimsuit units, and we're going to be starting off with Isane. Isane is a Heart Soul Reaper unit with the Ranker Killer. She has a strong attack recharge time of 12% as her soul trait. She is a melee unit with paralysis on all of her abilities except for her SA3. Her SA3 is a charge, strong attack, and a healing ability, just like the Safui Retsu. She has Sprinter +1, Medic, full stamina only, reduced strong attack cooldown 6%. She has a Berserker of 40%, Devastation 40%. She comes with full stamina damage boost, which is great. She has Mind Link Slide Potions +5 and increased Mind Droplet +30%. So she is another go-to unit in epic raids. Havoc 20%, Frenzy +1, and Defibrillator +5 seconds. Team/part increased heart attribute character strong attack damage 20%. Here we have Swimsuit Momo. She is a power Soul Reaper unit with the no affiliation killer. Her soul trait is normal attack damage +20%. She is a range unit with slow on all of her abilities except her SA2. She has freeze resistance, guard break, Sprinter +1. She has a 60% bruiser, 30% berserker. She is a super link slot potion unit, flurry +1, defibrillator +5 seconds. Increased status element chance against technique attribute enemies. She has enhancer and poise. So yeah, she's a pretty okay unit. I mean, this is a unit that you would probably use in inheritance trials, like just to like not really do anything. You'll probably have a Yamamoto to carry you in like power IT, but she is good. She does come with a boost as her SA2. She has an answer but no booster effect, which is I mean, it's okay. She does have increased status element chance against technique attribute enemies. But yeah, she'll get replaced here pretty soon, so I really wouldn't worry too much if you didn't pull this character. But if you do, I mean, you have a super link slot potion unit. And last but not least, we have Swimsuit Neliel. She is a Mind Ranker unit with the Hollow Killer. She has a soul trait of strong attack recharge time -12%. She is a melee unit with drain on all of her abilities. She has guard break, Sprinter +1, full stamina, only increased strong attack damage 40%. 20% bruiser, 40% berserker, devastation 40%. She is a super link slot potion unit, which is cool. Havoc 20%, frenzy +1, defibrillator +2 seconds, damage to drained enemies 20%. So yeah, this Neliel isn't really anything special. In my opinion, she wasn't anything special on release, and she's already got replaced by that new Okira that came out for the November end of month banner. So if you don't pull her, I mean, really don't sweat about it, because the new Okira that just came out, he is a premium unit. You can pull him from the BBS tickets like I did if you're lucky enough. Alright, and that pretty much covers the entire poll selection banner. Hopefully the video wasn't too long. I tried to go over the characters as quickly as possible because I didn't want this video to be too long. Overall, it's a good banner. Go ahead and summon on it, but just wait a little bit. Wait until after the end of month banner units are announced, then you can decide if you want to summon on this banner or not. I'm going to summon on the end of month banner and this banner because I don't have half of the units here. So if I do summon on this banner and I pull most of the units that I am missing, cool. If I pull duplicates for the characters that I do have, cool, they're stronger. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and as usual, until next time.